What is the recovery after hair transplant? When can I go to work? Should I take leave? When can I wear a cap? When can I drive? When can I travel? When can I exercise? When can I go for a gym? When can I go for swimming? All these are questions which are asked by patients. And to answer these, I am Dr. Venkatram Mysore, hair transplant surgeon, Venkat Center for Skin, ENT and Plastic Surgery, Vijayanagar, Panashankari, Cunningham Road, Bangalore, showing you this video. Hair transplant is a minimally invasive surgery. It's an outpatient day care local anesthesia surgery. You go home the same day. There is no admission. So recovery is fast. Particularly after the introduction of FUE technique, downtime has been reduced just for a day. The next day, donor area looks normal. It's almost dry. In fact, in many cases, by the time we finish the surgery, the morning session has already dried up. The recipient area will have small little hair, 1, 2, 3 millimeters. That also looks normal. So, this is one thing you have to understand. Downtime is absolutely minimal. So, pretty much you can return to work the next day. In fact, we have had doctors practicing in the evening, dentists practicing in the same evening with a dental cap. We had a very senior director in a company attending a board meeting next year with a cap on. So, this is not an issue. You don't have to take leave. You can travel to your home place next day. You can drive next day, but with certain precautions. You should keep the hairs moist. You should not allow heat. You should not allow displacement. So, yes, you can wear a helmet, but be careful. Maybe you can put on a small surgical cap and then put on the helmet. Can you wear a cap? Yes, any type can be put as long as you are gentle with it while putting it on and while taking it off. When the patients ask what is the recovery, what we tell them is, look here, from a surgical point of view, you can return to work the next day. But what about looking normal? What about the social angle? Now, there are people who want to keep this private. They don't want anybody to know that they have done surgery. Or there are certain professions. For example, a teacher, if he is teaching students, he may not be comfortable with his students knowing that he had done a transplant. Or similarly, a media person. In such cases, voluntarily, as per their discretion, such a patient can take leave for about a week. But again, I repeat, this is not a medical reason, this is a social reason. What about exercise? Now, FUE has done one wonderful thing, and that is it allows you to return to work, exercise very quickly. Routine walking, stuff like that can be done from the very next 1 or 2 days. Exercise, gym can be done within about a week's time. Swimming also, maybe after 2 weeks you can go for swimming, allowing for proper healing of both recipient and donor area. Remember, recipient area, the shaft start falling in the second week. So once that is done, swimming is also allowed. The next question that is asked is, what about diet? Now, diet is your usual diet. For the first 2-3 days when you are taking antibiotics, sometimes painkillers, to avoid gastritis, we may tell don't eat spicy food, don't eat masala stuff, avoid alcohol, but that is only from the point of view of gastritis. After about 3 or 4 days, you can return to your normal diet. We suggest a high protein diet because hair growth needs a lot of proteins, 1 gram per kg body weight. So if you are a vegetarian, you should eat a lot of pulses, you should eat mushroom, soya, or protein supplements. Or if you are a non-vegetarian, if you eat eggs, 2 eggs a day, all non-veg food contains good amount of protein. In addition, leafy vegetables to supply vitamins, these are very important. Avoidance of smoking is also very important for the same reason. Now the next question is, when do I expect the result? Now what happens is, once the transplantation is done, the donor hair is taken out from the occipital area and it is put to the bald area. They spend some amount of time outside the body, what is called out of body time. This we make it minimal by doing what is called immediate hair transplant, by putting the grafts inside as quickly as possible within a few minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour maximum. But when they are outside the body, they go into the resting phase. They stop multiplying. The cells going into resting phase. So this resting phase lasts for 2 weeks. So in the third week, you get some hair loss. That is the post-surgical hair loss, which happens to almost everybody. The shaft falls, root does not fall. Please remember this. The root has to produce a new hair. Now for the root, which is about 4 or 5 millimeters inside the skin, to reach the surface, it takes about 2.5 to 4 months. It varies from person to person, from hair to hair, from area to area. Once it reaches the surface, that is by about 3-4 months, you will start seeing small little growth, just like you see your beard. Thereafter, it grows 1 to 1.25 centimeters a month. So normally a male would like to have 5-6 centimeters length to get a proper hairstyle. So that would mean that 8 to 9 months is the average. But this is the average. Sometimes it can be early. People have got results in 6-7 months. Sometimes it can be a little delayed. Some people have delayed it up to 11-12 months also. But on an average, 8 to 10 months is when you see the full result. That doesn't mean nothing is happening till then. Growth is happening, length is growing, but it is not uniform. All hairs don't grow at the same time. I tell my patients, look here, hair growth is like a marathon race. Everybody starts together, but they all end at different times. So that happens to hair also. For example, body hair will grow a little slower, beard hair grows a little faster. In women, because they want greater length, the result is more delayed, up to 18 months. So it depends on these conditions also. What about hair care? How do I take care of my hair? Shampooing, conditioner, hair dye, haircut, all these things. Now, shampooing we generally advise from the very next day. We give a mild shampoo. This is for about a week's time. In the second week, the shaft starts falling, and thereafter you can use any shampoo you need, any conditioner you need, and it will also help to remove the residue of minoxidil which will have been started by then. Remember, shampoo doesn't help you to grow the hair. It is more for the appearance. It is more for cleansing. So this is regarding shampoo. Remember, whenever you apply a shampoo, leave it on the scalp. Apply it to the root, to the skull. Leave it there for a few minutes, 5-10 minutes. Don't wash it immediately. Then what about haircut? Now in FUE, in many patients, all the hair has trimmed. So there is nothing much to cut them at all. And they can take a haircut once the hair grows, which is 2 months, 3 months, whenever they wish. But in those who don't trim the hair, such as some FUE patients who do not want the hair on top not to be cut, or FUT patients in whom it is not cut, they can take a haircut as the hair grows. Remember, after 2 weeks when the shaft has fallen in the recipient area, there is no restriction at all. So you can take a haircut anytime after that. Same thing goes for hair dye. Once this phase is over, hair dye is not an issue. Hair dye, contrary to popular perception, is not something very toxic. It doesn't cause really side effects very often. In 5 to 10% it causes an allergy. Such patients should not use a paraphenylene diamine allergy dye, but any other dye can be used. And the hair dye, ammonia free dyes, good quality dyes are available. This is a matter of choice. There is no specific advice that is needed in this aspect. So, hair transplant in current today's practice is a very comfortable surgery. FUE has revolutionized the comfort part of it. It is safe and gives excellent results when done in proper hands. You can return to work the very next day. You can travel the very next day. You can exercise within a week. You can wear a cap from the very next day. You can shampoo from the very next day. You can apply dyes and take a haircut after a couple of weeks. So, this is the advantage of modern scientific methods, and hair transplantation is one typical example of how several advances over years have matured into a very safe, effective, comfortable technique. But all this is true when it is done in trained, competent, experienced, knowledgeable hands. That is very important. Here at Venkat Center, we have me, Dr. Venkat, a dermatologist with nearly 25 years experience in this field, Dr. Aniket, plastic surgeon and hair transplant surgeon with training across the world, Dr. Deeksha, our head and neck surgeon. So we have different perspectives to yield the best possible results, experienced team of nurses and technicians, and an ethical practice to use all modalities for the best benefit to the patient. I hope this video was beneficial. Please give your feedback. And if you have any more suggestions for similar video, please send such ideas to info@venkatcenter.com. Visit our website, visit our YouTube channel. Happy New Year to you. All the best.